Hi everyone, welcome to Everyday, your daily stop for virtual reality content, and I am Commander D, and today we will be playing Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is a full game currently in development with full support for the Oculus Rift Development Kit 2, and it is a space combat slash space adventure slash space trading game that takes place in an open world MMO. And it is incredibly expansive and ridiculously ambitious. Right now it currently has, I think, 52 star systems, and you can travel between them with your ship, and you can fight guys, and you can trade, and you can pirate and collect resources and things like that. And currently it's not super expansive, but they're aiming to expand it with all kinds of other things like multiplayer ships and being able to land on planets and walk around and see dinosaurs. So they have a lot of big plans for this game. And they have Oculus Rift support ever since the alpha, and I think that that's a good move on their part, because this is exactly the kind of game that really benefits from Oculus Rift support. Because first of all, seated VR, you're seated in your cockpit, you're seated when wearing the Oculus Rift when playing this, and you can look all around your cockpit, and they've actually designed the UI so that the UI in your cockpit completely surrounds you, just like in Lunar Flight. So I think it's a really good fit for the Rift, and I'll show you more of that in game. The Elite series started in 1984 with the original Elite, and it hasn't had a new release since the 90s. And in order to get this game published, they actually had to go to Kickstarter and raise over, I believe, 1.5 million pounds in January 2013. But they were wildly successful, and now they're going to now they're in the middle of the beta phase. They've recently moved to that just this August, and they're going to be shooting for the initial commercial release the last quarter of 2014. Without further ado, let's jump into Elite Dangerous, and I will show you in game some of the many features that it has so far. Let's go. Alright, here we are. Elite Dangerous. This is the logo screen. It is stuck to your face, which is not good, but the rest of it is fine. It only activates the Oculus Rift after you get to the next screen. And there we are. Now we're activated, and we can move our head around. And you normally have to hit F12 as soon as you get in to activate to reset the Oculus Rift to your current position, if you were not looking in the correct position at the beginning. I'm actually using voice attack for some of those less common commands, so I'm going to go ahead and try it out. Computer, reset Oculus Rift. There we go. I'm going to be using just a few of those commands. I'm mostly going to be using the joystick here for my controls. This is the X52 Pro. It's very highly recommended for this particular game on Reddit, and I enjoy it a lot because it closely resembles the joystick that you use in-game, and it's just, it gives you a lot finer control over your ship while you're playing. So here at the main menu, in my top left corner of my vision, I can see something white, but I can't read it. It is stuck to my face. That is actually the version number of the beta, and I'm just going to have to ignore it. And I'm going to start with some combat scenarios. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you all the stuff that I've been through in this game in the last couple days, because it's such a ridiculously expansive game. But I'm going to try and show you just a little bit of everything today, and maybe later I will do more in-depth episodes on more stuff. Alright, so these are the combat scenarios. When you start out, they're all locked except for the first one, and you unlock them by doing them, or at least attempting them. And I'm going to jump right to Incursion. This is the first one I haven't completed because it's too hard. I did complete like the first 4 waves of ships, but that's about it. Alright, let's jump in. So here's the loading screen. Whenever you're loading, it gives you a description of the mission. It looks like your contact took on 1 investigating ship too many. More ships are coming now. Hold these off to prevent confirmation of the value of the system. And here we are. We're inside our cockpit, and there's no time to waste. Let's activate our guns. Oh, no, you don't. So I will explain things in a minute when I have time. So the contrast ratio is incredibly rich here, looking into the blackness of space. I don't have much of an issue with black smearing in this game, for whatever reason. I only have it when I encounter really dark areas. The space itself isn't actually that dark. You've got this kind of blue gas that's preventing the black smearing. Oh shit. Shit, 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 shit. Okay. I was worried he was going to ram into me for a second there. So if you look at that table in front of you, you can see that kind of circle and the little red dot. That's the ship that I am fighting. And this is a three-dimensional radar. And the 3D radar actually has full stereoscopic vision. So I can see exactly where that thing is, even when it's not in my field of view. But I have an expansive field of view here. I can look all through this cockpit over my head. And so even most of the time, I don't even have to use my radar because I can just see the ship. It's right up there. I'm coming for you. You can see this debris racing past whenever you fight. Those are not stars. I'm not going fast enough to see stars racing past. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Some kind of space debris or space dust. Die already. Jesus. I don't usually have this much trouble with the first guy. Come on, come on, come on. So I'm using my right stick to control my my yaw, my pitch, and my roll. In this game, when you yaw by turning your stick left... Oh yeah! Perfect. Perfect. Look at that debris go by. Okay. My ship was making that alarm sound.
Warning, under attack.
Oh shit. Redirect power to shields. Okay. I use the little stick to redirect power between my shields and my weapons and my engine. I don't need my engine right now because this guy's going to come right for me. So I'm going to put everything in my shields and my weapon. You can see that when I lean back, there's a little bit of clipping into the part of the seat behind my head, which is less than ideal, but it's still very, very cool that I can lean back and watch them as I do that. Okay, I need maximum maneuverability here. Gotta get my speed just right. You have maximum maneuverability when your speed is around 50. Oh, come on. And the background scene during a space battle does not change because you are way too far away from all these celestial bodies and such for them to have any effect on your combat. You're just kind of in deep space. And when it's far away like this, it is a little bit indistinct. I can see... Oops, I've been firing my lasers too much. I'm starting to get my temperature up. I'm not sure if that has any deleterious effect. I seem to mostly get away with it. Alright, come on. Come on. Oh yeah, I think its shields are down. So they have a physical damage model on these ships. You actually damage them in a specific location, and if you continue to shoot them in the same location, you can penetrate your lasers farther into their hull, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of realistic physics-based things in this game, which, you know, they actually go pretty far with it, much farther than they reasonably need to. Shields offline. Oh, shit. Okay, all power to shields. We need to recharge. That shows our shields recharging. It's going to red. So if I didn't make it clear, I'm using the... if you see the green control stick there, that's what I'm using to redirect power. Oh, shit. Okay, that's damaging my hull.
Shields online.
Shields online. All right. Get in front of me. Need to shoot you. Come on, there you are. There you are. There's so much more to show you. So I'm using that stick. I push it left to redirect power to system, which is my shields. Up to redirect to the engine. And right to redirect to my weapon system, which helps my weapons to cool down faster. If my weapons overheat, then I cannot shoot them. Or my firing rate is reduced, rather.
Under attack.
Oh shit, that nearly hit me. You can get in a head-on collision in this game, and it actually does tons of damage to both of you. So that can actually knock me right out of this mission if I'm not careful. Alright, let's do it. Oh,
Shields offline.
and that's what I'm talking about. Get out of here, get out of here. Okay, I gotta stay away from that guy until my shields recharge. At least I took out the other guy when I ran into him. Alright. There is a beautiful planet. The planets in this game, actually it's really interesting how they create them.
Shields online.
Thank you. They actually use a physical model where they start out with a field of space dust, and then they allow planets and star systems to accumulate from it, and that's how they're generating a lot of the... Oh, shit! Okay, that was close. I used my... I'll explain this in a minute, but on the throttle that I have on the left, there's a button on the front of it that is kind of a D-pad style button that you can push down, up, down, left, and right. And you can use that for fine control over your thrusters. So I'll show you more in a minute. As soon as I take this guy out. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, I think I got it. Yeah! Perfect. So if I hit down on it, you can see the debris is moving down. If I hit up, it's moving up. If I hit left, it's moving left. If I hit right, it's moving right. Oh god, this guy's really tough.
Warning.
This guy always kills me. I killed him like one time. One time. Okay. Ugh. Need to just get it in my sights. Come on. Oh, this guy's so good at maneuvering. This is frustrating.
Shields
No,
offline.
no, no, no. Ah. Come on. We gotta get up there.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Shit.
Warning. Temperature critical.
My shields are almost recharged. Come on. Perfect.
Shields online. Shields offline. Can be compromised.
Oh
Eject.
shit.
Loaded.
No, no, no! Ah, no, my ship! You bastard! Where's that bastard? You come back here! Oh man. Alright. So, as usual, I failed at that mission, but that's fine. I got to show you some stuff. So now I'm going to jump into the online game and show you some more stuff. So that was combat scenarios. This is single player practice games. Just combat and nothing else. And this is for friends. I don't have any friends on my list right now. I'll add some people later so I can play with them online. Let me go through some of the options before I dive into the online game really quickly. So in the graphics, for the Rift, so first of all, this is where you activate the Rift. By default, it is not on. You have to turn this to Oculus Rift, headphones if you're wearing headphones, speakers if you're wearing speakers. And I recommend you set your preset here to low, or I actually have mine on custom, and I believe I also turned off lens flare because I just don't like the look of lens flare inside the Rift, but other people might prefer to leave that on. So I recommend setting this to low so that you can keep up your frame rate. Even on my system, which is pretty strong, I still have trouble keeping up the frame rate in this game for smooth motion, especially when I'm in the docking bay. So I recommend that you turn everything to low, and it'll really help you prioritize frame rate above everything. I am getting a smooth 75 frames a second, which is great, even while I'm recording. I'm using OBS to record. I'm using the NVENC encoder, which uses my GPU's hardware to do the encoding, which avoids... So if I use a CPU encoder, it tends to increase stutter. Alright, so here we are in the controls. If you're using the X52 Pro stick like me, you can start with the X52 Pro preset at the top, and I've customized it just a little bit. I customized it to add some of those voice commands, which I did by adding a key on the keyboard to each of those things. So let me find one. Let's see here. This is an incredibly complex setting screen. I will just say that. Okay, reset Oculus orientation. F12. I also made one of my joystick buttons do it. And I also set up a voice attack command just to press F12. And some of the others I set up pause as a voice command. That is a default key, P. And what else is here? Interestingly, the Galaxy Cam, which I'll show you in a minute, is controlled with your gamepad. So it actually helps to additionally have a gamepad in addition to your joystick when playing this game. It's ridiculous. You use like 5 different input methods when playing this game. That's how ridiculous it is. Alright. I'm going to dive into the online play. I'm going to use open play. And we're going to load. This might take a little while it's loading. So the X52 Pro, this game, like I said, has built-in support for it. It has preset controls for it. You don't have to set up custom controls using the mapper or anything like that. It just kind of works out of the box, and it works pretty well. Some of their control settings are less than ideal for the Oculus Rift. For example, they still have a joystick button for to turn on to look around the cockpit, and you don't really need that anymore. And they use the secondary fire for UI focus, and you don't really need that anymore, so you can map that to something more useful, like, say, secondary fire. So it's pretty cool. Oh, and here we are, just like that. I am currently in Owlin Enterprise, which is a couple star systems away from the starting point, and I have been doing some trading. Like I said, this is with all settings at minimum. This is the low graphic settings. I personally... I can tell the difference, but it is still pretty damn good. It's a really, really beautiful game, just looking around at it. So, let me talk about the cockpit a little more. This shows the thing that you're currently focused on. This is your ship. The blue shows the shields. The 100% there shows the hull damage. I mentioned that the system engine and WEP weapons, that shows where your power is currently diverted. And if you put more power in the engines, then you can go faster. If you put more power in the system, your shields recharge faster. More power in weapons, your weapons cool off faster. And you can hit down on your stick, your green stick there, to reset them all to 2 bars each. Currently, my landing gear is deployed. That's why that has a little green box. And green for mast locked means I can't use hyperdrive because I'm too close to something big, which is that station that I'm inside right now. So there's a UI on the left and on the right. This shows the status of my ship, whether I am wanted for any crimes in this sector. I am not, because I've only killed people in other sectors. And my balance is a little bit above the starting balance. I did a little bit of trading, a little bit of missions. So I got it up. I killed some people, 8 kills. This is all my modules. You can damage your modules if you're shot during combat, and you can actually individually damage each of your modules. And if you're shot in a more valuable module, it actually costs more to repair. It's kind of like repairing a car. This is where you set up your fire groups. So you can switch between fire groups using these switches down on the bottom of the joystick. And each fire group, you can set up your primary control on the right, secondary control on the left, which you fire with different buttons. I currently only have a pulse laser on both sides. And cargo. I currently am just carrying a little bit of mineral oil. You have 4 cargo bays. It's not very much. As you upgrade your ship, you have more. And this is where you set a bunch of random settings, like your ship lights and your landing gear and your cargo scoop and distress beacon. If you run out of fuel in the middle of space, you can use your distress beacon. And you can report crimes. Set whether you report crimes, and you can self-destruct your ship if you want to start the game all over. So those are some of the things you can do. Over here, this is navigation, and I will show you more of this when I get out in space, but right now I need to go into starport services. First of all, I'm going to go up to the surface. I'm currently in the hangar where you get your ship repaired. This is so cool. And here we are in the starport. This is where we initially landed when we came in here. It is enormous and it is incredible. And you can see all the other ships coming in and going. I believe that some of those ships that come and go in here are actually other players in real time, which is pretty cool. Alright, starport services. There's some kind of corrupt, corporation that owns all of these things. I don't know much about them yet. That's going to be part of the overarching plot, I'm sure. Okay, I don't need any fuel. Don't need any munitions. Let's check out the bulletin board. Are there any missions? Guns for hire required. We have a kill order on pirate ships. Your kill quota will be 4. Do I want to fight pirate ships? Nah, I already showed you fighting. Long distance transport. Oh, I can't go that far. I don't have enough fuel to jump at 6.5 light years. Haulers required for transport aquaponic systems to Bradfield Orbital. Haulers required for Ovid light cargo runs. Okay. Ovid system. I can get there. I accept that mission. So that's one way you can get missions. The other thing you can do is you can visit the commodities market. Here you can buy and sell goods. This particular place is only selling pesticides, mineral oil, synthetic meat, performance enhancers, progenitor cells, combat stabilizers, agrimedicines. I'm not sure which of these are being sold at a good price here. I've tried to use the galactic average as a guide for what I should purchase, but I don't know if it's actually reliable, because I usually find I go to a new place and they're selling things for even less than I bought them for. So I'm going to give a shot with the agrimedicines, because those are in high supply here, and I feel like I might have good luck trying to sell them in a new location. They're reasonably pricey, so I stand to make a good profit if I find a place that is willing to pay for them. Alright. Wait, did I buy 2 of those? No, I only bought 1, I think. Whatever. Oh, I must have used one of the cargo holds for the mission, I think. Whatever. Alright. And I should show you, so contacts. So I have a bounty in Aranine jurisdiction. And that means if I go there, they might shoot and kill me, the police there. So I'm not going to Aranine jurisdiction, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Local security office. I don't have any fines. Or I can't afford the fines I have, rather. I have 1,600 credits in fines. That's it for now. Let's see. I should show you the outfitting. This is where you upgrade your ship. So I'm now outside my ship. I have no body. I am a ghost. And I like how they do the fade to black when you move between camera viewpoints. That's good for the Rift. So you can attach things in these various locations on your ship. I don't believe I can currently afford any ship upgrades because I don't have a lot of money. But these are some of the many upgrades that you can buy. You can buy weapons. You can buy, you can reinforce your hull with better armor. Kill warrant scanner, that is handy. Good to know. Alright. And with that, I'm ready to get out of here. Let's head to space. I've got a mission complete. I'm gonna hit launch, it'll take me up to the surface, and initiate the launch sequence. Alright, ready to go. I'm going to use the thing on the front of my throttle to lift my ship up. Vertical takeoff. Computer. Landing gear. Just retracted my landing gear. I find that easiest to do by voice, since I only do it occasionally. Hey there. There is actually voice communication in this game, which will be pretty cool when I start to play it with friends and stuff. To be able to play it in the Rift and also talk to my friends with voice from inside my cockpit here. Alright. So I'm just going to get away from the station. I need to get away from it so I won't be gravity locked. It still says mass locked, so I'm still too close to it. Oh, no longer mass locked. That's good. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit farther anyway, just in case. I don't want to run into some kind of aggressive ship. Alright. So, what else do I want to show you here? So, I mentioned that this blue thing here is currently focused on the Owlin planet, which is right in front of me here. That is a beautiful planet. It is quite far away from me right now, several light seconds at least. So this is the space station I'm currently at. And you can see when I selected it, it changed the icon I have there to Owlin Enterprise, and I can see the entryway on this side, that little slit. And I'm going to go ahead and start my mission. Start mission, okay. Deliver cargo to Ovid. Where is the Ovid system? I don't even know. Where is the Ovid system? I might have to use my galaxy map. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to use my galaxy map to figure out where the Ovid system is. The galaxy map is pretty ridiculous. Okay, here's Owlin. And there is Ovid. Okay, I'm going to grab my Xbox 360 controller. Like I mentioned earlier, you actually have to... come on. You actually have to use your gamepad to control the galaxy map. Okay, so there's Owlin. That's where I am now. Back there's... Oh, Jesus, it's 3 star systems away? Are you kidding me? Oh, God. I'm not going all the way over there. Forget it. Forget it. So yeah, you can travel along these blue lines. They indicate how far you can get if your ship is empty and you have maximum fuel. Then you can get, for example, I can currently get to Ibudis, but Ovid is way too far away, so I'm not going to go all the way there. That's 3 hyperdrive jumps. And this is a... there are 52 star systems right now, like I mentioned before, and I can zoom out a bit and show you more of them. So they are all over the place, and it takes quite a bit of travel to reach some of the most distant ones, and some of them my ship can't even handle traveling to them until I upgrade it. And these are all inside this little system, and the system is inside Alliance and Federation territory, and they are inside the galaxy. So that's where we are. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we're not going to Ovid. That's too far. I don't have time. We're just going to go back to... I'm going to go back to Ibudis. Or Talbudis. Or Talbodis? I don't know how you say that. Anyway, lock destination. Alright, so when I lock the destination, it will show up on that little thing to the right of my radar. It's kind of a little circle thing. And the yellow rectangle gets filled in when it's in front of me, and it's hollow when it's behind me. And when I put it right in the middle, there's Ibudis. Okay, I'm going to turn up my thrust. So, you can see it's 3.53 light years away, and at my current speed of 220 undefined unit, I'm never going to get there. So, I need to use my hyperdrive. It's the only way. Computer. Hyperdrive.
Drive charging.
Normally you have to press the J key. I don't like to have to access my keyboard if I don't have to, but that's how you do it normally. I also mapped it to a joystick button, but it's much more fun to tell the computer to do it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. This is the mode where you jump through space super fast to travel to another sun. And here we are. So I am still in high-speed mode. I forget exactly what it's called, but I'm in the mode where I want to travel to Chango Dock. Alright. So in this mode, you can actually travel at faster than light speed, considerably faster than light speed. And that's how you can travel between points in the same star system in a reasonable amount of time. So you can see these little things moving by me. I like how they do the sound when you're in this fast mode. There goes a signal source. I like how they do the sound because it sounds like there's kind of this indistinct thundering all around you, like it's like sonic booms going on or something. It's hard to describe. But I feel like I'm kind of in another dimension as I'm traveling in this fast mode. currently going at 17 times the speed of light. No big deal. You go very, very fast in this game. Still accelerating. I'm going to have to slow down in a minute. Otherwise, I'm going to totally overrun it. Okay, time to slow down. Oh, I didn't slow down soon enough. Alright, alright. Well, there goes Chango Dock. Yeah, I'm slowing down. I'm trying. Chango Dock, no! That was the planet Chango you can see there. Alright, that's better. So there's the planet Chango. Chango Dock is in orbit around it. It is a space station. We're going to go there. Earlier I made some money selling fruit at Chango Dock that I purchased in the Aranine system. Apparently they don't have much fruit here. If I remember the flavor text correctly, I believe Chango is a agricultural city. Or agricultural planet. Alright, approaching Chango Dock. Currently going only 1,500 kilometers a second. Much slower. Alright. That shows me how far away I am. How well I am aligned with Chango Dock. Almost there. Computer! Hyperdrive. And safe disengage. We're going to drop out of hyperspace, out of the fast mode, and back into normal mode. And here we are. There's Chango Dock. Oh, I got a water bottle and a book. Med pack. There's a lot of nice decorations here. I'm going to show you how I land. Landing is not trivial in this game. There are no... this game has a big focus on kind of open world, smoothly moving between each thing that you do. There's no cutscenes, there's no automated piloting, and there's no like single-player story scenarios. It's kind of you make your own story kind of game, which can be challenging to do in a way that's engaging, because you really have to you really have to try and ensure that interesting scenarios come up without having the ability to script them. Alright. Locked on Chango Dock. Where's the entrance? Oh my god. Oh. Is it over there? No, that's a ship. But maybe the ship is near the entrance. Let's check around this side. Okay, I'm close enough now. When you're closer than 7,500 meters, you can request landing on the contacts page. Request docking.
Request granted.
Excellent. I did not mean to bring out my guns. I'm gonna put them away by pressing my fire button. Alright. Okay, I think where those ships are is the entrance. Should be. Yeah, okay, those aren't even ships. That's the entrance. Those are the posters and guide bars around the entrance. Alright, so I need to proceed to landing pad 44. Let's go. Look at the size of this thing. It looks like it's like miles across. It is so big. So big. Okay, there's another ship going into Chango Dock. Alright. Alright, let's get inside here. You have to clear this area very quickly or else they will kill you. That's part of how they prevent you from just stuffing up the entryway. Where is landing pad 44? Up, there it is. On the ceiling. But there is no up and down in space. Alright. Computer. Landing gear. Alright, I'm using my fine control on my the button on the front of my of my thrust lever to gently push myself downwards towards the landing pad. Okay, now when I'm close enough, it starts beeping, and you can see my ship on this diagram. You can see that circle. You want to get to the center of the circle. And I'm going to nudge myself to the right. And forward a bit. There we go. Okay, down, down. I might have to back it up. If you hit the button on the thruster, you reverse your direction so you can go backwards. Come on. There we go. Okay. You have to be facing in a specific direction. You have to see the back of your ship in the diagram. If you get close to the ground and it's not letting you land, try to just twist your stick to turn your yaw around until you match the expected position. That's one thing that took me a little while to figure out, because they don't talk about it in the official landing video. There we go.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
I'm docked. My bobblehead doll there is getting excited about the docking procedure. Alright. What do I do now? Can I sell any of my stuff? That's what I want to know. Can I get a good price here? I think I bought my mineral oil here, so that's not going to be any good. I think prices change over time. Okay, I bought this for 60. Okay, yeah, this is where I bought it. What about this? Agri-medicines. Ooh, I bought it for 653. I can sell it for 943 here. That ain't bad. Let's do it. Making money. 1807 credits. Okay. And I don't think I have anything else to sell. Wait a minute. Aquaponic systems? I could just not complete the mission and sell them. That would be mean. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Excellent. Looks like somebody's never gonna get their aquaponic systems. Alright. Do I need fuel? Just a little bit. There we go. That took 7 credits to refill my fuel tank. Let me get down in the hangar, show you what that animation is like. Down I go. It's gonna flip me around. And here I am, in the hangar. Right where I started out, except now I'm in Chango Dock. So, let me see here. What else can I show you? I can see my cargo. So I'm using the D-pad on my right stick to move between the menu options. Activate cargo scanner. Okay, I don't know what... Oh, that must be for doing piracy and analyzing other ships. Alright, that's fine. And the way this works, you can see nearby star systems that you can travel to. You can see suns in the current system. This is a triple sun system, I believe. Ibutus, or Talbutus A, B, and C are here. I'm at Talbutus A. Well, actually there's 4 of them. That's interesting. And the one that you're currently at, you can see the planets around it and the satellites around those planets, and you can travel to them. Okay. And on the galaxy map, I forgot to show you while I was there. No, wrong thingy. When you look away from the map, it loses focus, and the button no longer activates that. So you have to keep your head on it. Alright, so... what I forgot to show you is it has this flavor text over on the side, and this is one of my complaints about it. The Galaxy map really could use better Rift support. The frame rate is suffering pretty badly. The flavor text is pretty much illegible at this resolution. Like if I lean in, I can see it okay. I can barely read it. Talbutus is an interesting and unusual quaternary system with a mixed industrial and marine economy. Also a member of the Federation. So that'll be more useful when they make it a little bit bigger and more legible in the Rift. And the other thing is when you turn your head inside here, it's okay right now, but if I were to pick up my gamepad and lift myself up in the world, so let me zoom out a bit. And let me do like this. So now I'm looking down at my star map, which is great. I can move this directional pad over any part of it. Each star has a line extending up and down out of it, down to the grid. And if I move this two-dimensional selector to the point directly under or over a star in the grid, it will select that star. So that's how you navigate this 3D map. You can also hold down the A button, or the... What button am I holding down? The X button. And then use up and down to move the grid. So I can move it down here. If I wanted to explore this area, I could move the grid down here. Now I can move my selector among these stars. So that's how that works. And the Y button returns you to your current star location. Tau Buddhist. So the problem is that when you look left and right, you get this really disturbing rolling of the world. It's kind of like when I was looking down at myself in Wind Waker and turning my head left and right. So ideally you want to make it so that when you turn your head, it might just be the reduced frame rate as well, but ideally you want to make it so that you're always facing forward, and instead of having your head canted at an angle, this feels like someone is holding me and like suspending me from like I'm skydiving or something, and I'm being forced to look down. But it's better if you're always looking forward in the Rift, and to look down, you just look down. Now I'm upside down. You see what I'm talking about. So it would be better if forward were just forward. So it would be better if forward were like this, and then when I look down, I would see the stars. So that's just a little bit of criticism. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna put my gamepad away. So weird that they make you use a gamepad in that part. I guess they haven't coded it for the joystick yet, or I don't know. Alright.
Blocking bay access is a crime.
I believe this is everything I want to show you guys for now. I'm sure I've gone over already, but I'm going to do more episodes on Elite Dangerous. For sure. I'm going to try and do some multiplayer stuff at some point. And I'll do more of the single player missions and show you what those are like. I'll hopefully do some piracy, hopefully investigate some of those unidentified signals out there. And let me know what else you want me to do in this game, because this is a ridiculously complex and expansive game that really has a lot to explore in it. Now, if you're not familiar, Cymatic Bruce, who does a weekly live stream about the Oculus Rift, has declared this currently to be his favorite game on the Rift, and I can certainly see why. It is a full game, it is rich and complex, but the learning curve is a little bit brutal. So I wouldn't blame you if you took a few days to really just figure out all the controls. One tip that I want to give you before we clock out of here: computer, pause game. There we go. Had to remember what command I set up. Options. One tip is that if you're in the controls and you want to see what a particular button on your joystick does, I believe I have to do it from the main menu. Save and quit to main menu. See you later, Chango Doc. Alright. Okay, now, back into controls. Alright. I'm going to just pick a random thing. I'm going to hit my secondary fire. And it tells me, warning, joystick 6 was bound to secondary fire. That tells you what it does. And I can set it. I can do it again. I can say press my C button. C button wasn't bound to anything. I can do it again. I can press my stick, or I can press this button on my throttle, on top of my throttle. Joy 8 was bound to reset Oculus orientation. That's what I bound that button to. And so if you ever forget or want to know what a button does, you can just come in here and you can pick a random thing and assign a button to it, and it will tell you. Joy 3 was bound to enable frameshift drive. That's what I bound that button to. If I hit my fire button, Joy 2 was bound to deploy hardpoints, which brings out your guns. So after you do this, you have to reset it because it's going to mess up all your controls. So I'm going to set it back to Cytec X52 Pro. I don't believe there's currently a way to save your preset, unfortunately. So if you mess up your controls, you have to go back to a preset and then set them up again, which isn't too bad, but it's a good thing to know. Alright, so that's it for Elite Dangerous. Let me know if you guys have any tips for this game, any interesting things to explore, and let me know what you want to see me do in this game that I haven't already done. I will see you guys next time, and everybody have a great every day.